Have you ever packed your suitcase with excitement only to feel an unexpected worry creep in? What if something goes wrong? Especially when you're over 60, travel isn't just a ticket and a dream. It's a delicate balance between joy and risk. And what if I told you that 7 hidden dangers, ones rarely discussed, could completely derail your next journey unless you know how to spot and avoid them? Stick with me until the end, because what you learn today might not just save your trip, but potentially your life. Traveling after 60 is like opening a new chapter in a well-read book, full of richness, but with pages that need turning a bit more carefully. As a doctor who's worked with older patients for over 30 years, I've seen it all. And when my patients return from trips with more than just souvenirs, sprained ankles, sunstroke, dehydration, or medication mishaps, I know it's time to talk not just about where they went, but what they didn't see coming. This isn't fear-mongering, it's preparation, because being informed is being empowered. Let's start with something that sounds so simple it almost gets ignored: hydration. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes. That means you might already be dehydrated before you even feel it. Add to that the dry recycled air in airplanes and hotel rooms, and your risk multiplies. Dehydration can cause confusion, dizziness, fatigue, and even fainting. Not something you want while navigating a busy airport or climbing temple stairs in Southeast Asia. Now imagine boarding that long flight. You're seated for hours. You cross your legs, you barely move. For older travelers, this isn't just uncomfortable, it can be deadly. Deep vein thrombosis, DVT, is a very real danger. Blood clots can form in the legs and travel to the lungs, causing life-threatening complications. I always advise compression socks for any flight over 4 hours, and walk, stretch. Even rotating your ankles every half hour can make a big difference. Then there are medications. Nearly all seniors take some form of prescription drug, but time zones mess up schedules. Local climates can change how drugs are absorbed, and some countries don't carry the same brands. A patient of mine, Thomas, missed 2 days of blood pressure meds because he left his pill organizer in his checked bag. His blood pressure spiked while hiking in Peru. He thought a simple headache was altitude sickness. It was a hypertensive crisis. Speaking of climate, seniors lose body temperature faster, sweat less, and process heat differently. In hot, humid countries, this can spiral into heat stroke faster than most people expect. I treated a woman who fainted in Egypt after only 30 minutes in the sun. She hadn't had water, wore black clothing, and didn't wear a hat. A hat. Something so simple could have prevented it all. Now let's talk about your bones and balance. 1 in 4 seniors falls each year. In unfamiliar environments, cobblestone streets, uneven terrain, or slippery hotel bathrooms, your risk skyrockets. And don't get me started on luggage. Pulling heavy bags, especially when you're rushing or overtired, invites shoulder injuries, back pain, or worse. If you think you're fine because you work out or walk regularly, think again. Travel fatigue hits differently. You know what else we often overlook? Immunity. Your immune response weakens with age. Crowded airports, shared airplane air, hotel buffet handles, they're all breeding grounds for illness. And when you do get sick, it takes longer to recover. I always suggest talking to your doctor about travel vaccines well in advance. Flu, pneumonia, hepatitis A, it depends where you're going. I also recommend a travel first aid kit personalized to your needs. Technology is a beautiful travel aid, until it fails. Lost phone, dead battery. Now your boarding pass, itinerary, emergency contacts, and language apps are inaccessible. I recommend paper backups. Yes, old school. Print your plans. Carry a small notebook with phone numbers, medication lists, and allergy information. Don't rely on memory. In a moment of panic, your mind might not work as clearly. Insurance, a topic no one wants to think about. Yet every month I get a call from someone's adult child saying, "My dad broke his hip in Bali." What do we do? Most travel insurance doesn't cover pre-existing conditions unless specifically stated. An evacuation, that fancy helicopter airlift to a better hospital, that could cost upwards of $40,000. If your policy doesn't include it, you're paying cash. And there are emotional risks. Loneliness, anxiety. Seniors traveling alone are more vulnerable. I had a patient, Eliza, 74, who checked into a hotel in Istanbul and didn't come out for 2 days. Not because she was sick, but because she didn't feel confident going out alone. She didn't understand the transport, didn't speak the language, felt unsafe. A simple daily check-in system with her daughter via WhatsApp changed everything. She started exploring with joy. Food is another hidden danger. Local cuisine is delicious, but your digestive system might not agree. Spicy foods, street snacks, or even different cooking oils can cause bloating, diarrhea, or acid reflux. If you're on a special diet, research is key. Learn key phrases like no dairy or low salt. Have a card printed in the local language if needed. Your gut will thank you. Let's talk scams. Seniors are often seen as easy targets. Politeness, distraction, or unfamiliarity with local systems makes you more susceptible. Fake police, overpriced taxi rides, ATMs that skim your card. I once had a patient, Ken, 70, who thought he was helping a child find his parents. While distracted, his bag was taken. He lost everything. Passport, wallet, meds. Always keep valuables close. Use a money belt, and don't engage with overly friendly strangers who seem too eager. What about mobility aids? Canes, walkers, or even orthopedic shoes? In some cultures, disability is stigmatized. I advise patients to research accessibility beforehand. Not every hotel has ramps. Not every metro station has elevators. Knowing this can help you prepare rather than panic. So how do you outsmart these dangers? First, schedule a pre-travel appointment with your doctor at least 6 weeks before your trip. Discuss vaccines, medication management, and activity plans. Bring a detailed list of your medications and allergies. Prepare for climate differences. Invest in supportive shoes. Learn about local health care. Print embassy contacts. Second, simplify your itinerary. Don't cram 5 countries into 10 days. Build in rest time. Choose experiences that fulfill you, not just impress others. The goal isn't to check boxes, but to truly enjoy. Third, consider traveling with someone, a friend, family member, or a senior travel group. Safety in numbers, and stories are better when shared. And finally, accept your limitations without shame. Wisdom means knowing your boundaries. It's okay to skip that hike if your knees hurt, to say no to spicy food, to ask for help. These are signs of strength, not weakness. Margaret learned that after her fall in Rome. She spent 6 weeks recovering, but she didn't let it end her travels. She planned better. She got advice. Her next trip, a river cruise through the Danube. She laughed, danced, and made friends from 3 continents. She took naps when needed and skipped the early morning tours. And she called me from Vienna, joyful, saying, "Doctor, I feel alive again." That's what I want for you. Not just to travel, but to travel wisely, to feel alive, confident, and safe. So the next time you zip that suitcase, ask yourself not just where you're going, but how you're preparing. Because your journey deserves to be not just exciting, but empowering. You've earned this adventure. Now take it with your eyes open, your body ready, and your heart full of wisdom, because the world is still yours to see, safely.